2025 is here, and there is so much to be excited for in the world of Nintendo gaming and gaming in general. Nintendo Switch 2 hype is already running wild. This is the year of Metroid Prime 4, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and so much more. But before we focus on the hype, I wanted to take a look at 2025 and share some goals or gaming New Year's resolutions and how I plan to approach gaming in 2025 as we wait for the megaton excitement of the reveal of the Switch 2 and eventually holding it in our hands. And please share any gaming New Year's resolutions that you have in the comments. What's up, everyone? This is Justin. Happy New Year and welcome to Just Keep Playing. A brand new year's here. It's a fresh start in the world of gaming.
Maybe we should call ourselves the Febreze Brothers because it's feeling so fresh right now.
We will soon have the official unveiling of the Switch 2. So many exciting brand new games to be looking forward to. I'm going to have my most anticipated games of 2025 list coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. But before we get to that, I have 5 gaming New Year's resolutions that I'd like to share with you. And to start things off, my first resolution is to play a classic game that I've never played before. Last year was a great year for revisiting or playing updated versions of classics from years past. Leading up to Echoes of Wisdom, I played through A Link to the Past for the first time. One of my favorite games from last year was the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake and Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remaster. Just playing through some of those classic games from 20 plus years ago and beyond were just some of my absolute favorite gaming experiences last year. So in the spirit of that, one of my most anticipated games for this year, and I am feeling the hype for it, is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. So leading up to that game coming out, which hopefully it'll be on the earlier end of things, like maybe a summer release, hopefully. But whenever it comes out, before that comes out, I want to play some of the Metroid games that I missed out on. I love 2D Metroid. Super Metroid and Metroid Dread are 2 of my all-time favorite games. But for whatever reason, I missed out on the Game Boy Advance editions of Metroid, that being Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission. 2 beloved Metroid games that I am excited to play for the first time this year. And then hopefully Nintendo will throw us a gaming gift, and before Metroid Prime 4 comes out, we will finally get Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3 available on the Switch, and we can play through those before Metroid Prime 4 comes out. But my 2 definite classic games that I'm going to be playing is Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission. But what about you? Are there any classic games that you plan on playing this year for the first time? Let me know in the comments below. And next up, we have playing a game from a series that I never played before. One of the best things in gaming is potentially finding your next favorite series. A series maybe that you thought wasn't for you and you were willing to step out and give it a chance, and you ended up really loving it and it becoming one of your favorites. That happened for me quite a few times already in this Switch era. The most notable being the Xenoblade Chronicles series, which is now my favorite RPG series. I didn't play the original one on the Wii, so my first experience with it was I started off a little bit with Torna, but I fully dived in after Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition came out, and then I played through the whole series, and I'm super excited for X coming out in a few months. And then Animal Crossing was another one that I just never really thought that the series was for me, but then I took a chance with New Horizons and I really got into that game, and it's one of my favorite games on the Switch. And even back last year with MEO The Smiling Man, Famicom Detective Club, I never was really into visual novel games like that before. Never thought that those would be a type of game that I would get into, but I really enjoyed the story from that game and just really loved my time with it. So allowing ourselves to experience a series that we've never played before or a series that we never thought might be for us is one of the best things that we can do for ourselves as gamers. And in that regard, there are a few games coming out this year that I'm really looking forward to trying out and hopefully discovering a new favorite series for me. Number one on that list for me is the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters. My love for RPGs really exploded during the Switch era, and so the Suikoden series is one that I never got into or never had interest in back in the day, but now with these HD remasters, I'm really excited to play these games with some modern quality of life updates to them and just being able to play them on a modern system. And also along with that, we have one of Level 5's games, Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Steals Time. I never played the 3DS original, but what I saw from this game in one of the recent Nintendo Directs and some of the more recent updates that we've got from it, it looks really cool and really interesting, and I'm excited to check out this game. So what about you? Are there any games from a series that you've never played before that you're looking forward to getting into in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. And next up on the list, we have replaying a favorite. Last year, when Nintendo announced that Perfect Dark was coming out on Nintendo Switch Online, the expansion pack, I was super excited. That was one of the games that I was waiting for to come out on the N64 side of things on the Nintendo Switch Online. So I was super excited to play that game, and I replayed it last year. And for me, it's still really held up, and I had such a good time playing Perfect Dark last year. It was one of my favorite experiences last year, even amidst all the new games that I played. And it still is one of my favorite games of all time. And then after I played that led to me playing Star Fox 64 again. And again, one of my all-time favorite games. And I just had such a good time playing that one. And it just reminds you just how good the classics still hit. They just still can be so much fun to play. And normally I don't really replay games a lot, but I just really enjoyed replaying some of my favorites last year. And so I wanted to just be intentional with giving myself the freedom to replay a favorite game that I haven't played in a long time. And so keeping that N64 love going, one of my favorite games of all time, and it just was my favorite game of all time for the longest time, was Ocarina of Time. And I haven't played that game it's probably been since the N64 era. So it's been a long time since I played that game. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately. People have been really pushing and hoping for a Ocarina of Time remake or HD remaster or something like that. Who knows if we'll ever get something like that. It would be awesome, but who knows if we'll ever get it. So this year, I'm going to carve out some time and allow myself to replay one of the best games ever made, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But what are some of your favorite games that you replay often, and what's a game that you plan on replaying this year? Let me know in the comments below. Some of my most absolute favorite and cherished gaming experiences in recent memory have been playing through games together with my wife in co-op, couch co-op. I love a good couch co-op game. Luigi's Mansion 3 and Kirby and the Forgotten Land were just such cherished experiences, getting to play those together the entire way through, pretty much with my wife sitting right there next to me. And we didn't do that as much last year, and so this year I really want to be intentional with doing that again. Playing games together is that's some of the most fun that you can have playing games, whether it's with your significant other or a brother or sister, your friends, whoever. Just playing games together just creates so many memories and bonds that stick with you for forever. And I'm not talking about competitive. I love me a good competitive game. I love your Mario Karts and your Smash Brothers and just competitive games like that. But in this case, I'm talking about co-op multiplayer, being able to play through a story and go on an adventure together. So this next resolution is exactly that, and that's to go on adventures together. What are some of your favorite couch co-op games? A few that immediately come to mind for me are, as I mentioned earlier, Luigi's Mansion 3 and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But some other favorites are Diablo 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Those are just a few that come to the top of my mind. But what are some of your favorite couch co-op experiences? Let me know in the comments below. And next up, continuing with the theme of playing together, we have game nights, having game nights. Getting people together for some games of Mario Kart or Mario Party or Smash Brothers, or throwing in some old school type gaming with the beat 'em ups. We're getting 4 players to play through a game like Shredder's Revenge, or teaming up with your friends for some Splatfest and Splatoon. That's such a good time too. Again, some of my all-time favorite gaming memories are just having those all-nighters of playing GoldenEye or Smash Brothers or Street Fighter, just passing the controller back and forth with trying to hold the controller for as long as possible while taking on all comers. Though that's a fun time too. So I love my couch co-op and going on adventures, but I also love embracing that competitive spirit of gaming too, and just having some good competitive fun with your friends, whether it's online or together. And again, that's not something that I did as much last year. I love diving into a good single player game and getting absorbed in and sucked into a really good story and just being absorbed in the world and the characters and all of that. But gaming is also all about being that kind of communal experience and experiencing these games together and just making memories together, having fun, having that chaos, laughing, and just getting the competitive energy going, and just being able to have those bragging rights with your friends. Just over this past holiday break, I was hanging out with a friend and getting to catch up after not seeing each other for years. And part of our catch up time was we dove into some old school Street Fighter, playing, I think it was the 30th anniversary collection, where we played some Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, just having some good competitive time and just having, a good laugh when one person is like, oh man, why isn't this combo happening, or why isn't my move coming out, or just making whatever excuses for why the fight isn't going the way you want to go. I love having those kind of moments. And then this year, hopefully, we're gonna have a brand new Mario Kart to play on the Switch 2. That would be awesome, and definitely gonna have to have some game nights diving into that game. So definitely looking forward to creating some more game night memories this year. But what about you? What are some of your favorite games to play for a game night? What games do you love to get your friends together and play together with them? And are there any new ones coming out this year that you're looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below. So those are my 5 gaming New Year's resolutions for 2025. Play a classic game that I've never played before. Play a game from a series that I've never played before. Replay a favorite. Go on adventures together. and have some game nights. But what about you? What are some of your gaming New Year's resolutions for 2025? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video and if you like this content, please hit that like and subscribe button so you can get more of my videos on Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, and gaming discussion. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Peace.